Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and Hunt Showdown actually just dropped the official trailer for the new event, the Web of the Empress. So we're going to watch the trailer together for a second, then I'll do a little bit of an analysis of the trailer, and then we'll also go through their blog post that they just put up on their website, because that goes through a lot more detail on stuff as well. So let's go ahead and hop straight into it.
Outruns the dirt.
Said the spider to the fly. It's the prettiest little parlor that you ever did spy.
Okay, so there's definitely a lot to unpack here. So, right off the rip, I'm pretty sure this is a new skin that we're going to be getting. And obviously, that's the outer image of the new hideout. So it'd be kind of similar to, you know, what was the Murder Circus or the Fool's Hideout in the event that just ended. And actually right here as well, as soon as she walks in, we can already see one of the eggs as well that the spiderlings are going to hatch out of in this new POI. Gotta skip through some of this. Obviously this is the POV of the hatchlings. I don't know why I want to call them hatchlings, but spiderlings. And here as well, this guy looks badass. I don't know who's cooking for this event, but I am genuinely so excited for all these skins. I'm not too crazy about the first skin for this new chick, but skins like this, one, it fits Halloween. Two, it looks brutal. I don't know. There are a couple other skins as well we can go over. Pretty sure she's new as well. I'll wait on some close-ups though. Now, where is it here? Come on. Let me get to the image that I want, please. This is an uppercut, I believe. That might be a new uppercut skin. I don't recognize it, but it's a little bit of gold and silver with a bunch of obviously engraving all over it. And then there is this, it says powder on there, 150, or not, just 15 pounds. I don't know why I was wanting to say 151 pounds. But I don't believe the red barrels say this on there. So I'm pretty sure this could be some sort of new barrel. And even from this top-down view, oh, kind of in the corner over here, we can see this like tree with all the webbing and kind of what I think one of the clues look like. But there's also an egg over here. So a lot of people are saying that, oh, the spiderlings are gonna be just in this new like POI. I'm pretty sure they're going to be everywhere. I could be wrong. I'd be kind of disappointed if they're not everywhere. I want them to be scattered across the map. I don't want the AI to just be trapped in one area. So, moving on from there. They're sprinting around. This is a new hunter on the left. Another view of the Empress's hideout, I guess. Dude, I just love this skin. It also looks like his skin looks all kinds of crazy. So I'm sure there's going to be some interesting lore for everybody that's super into the lore for Hunt. And we got kind of a, you know, someone that's been hanged is what it looks like, with a bag over his head and the rope. But just another very fitting skin. Oh, that was kind of the screenshot I was looking for. It's a little bit clearer here. We have the kill buyer, which kind of has like a sack over his head, but it's a bit different. I fuck with it. He's got a lock on his chest. She just obliterates him with an axe. Now, here, I don't know if this is like an accessory or if that's kind of like his skin that's like bubbled up or something, because he's got all these bandages here. So it kind of like shines and reflects like it might be some super gross, gnarly skin, which would be cool if it's kind of like the little orange bubbliness that's on the eggs for the spiderlings. I don't know if this is new or not. This Nagant might be something we already have. And here's a real big close-up of the spiky, like I say, kind of the orange dots for the eggs. And let's pause it here. Try to get a good, all right there, that's pretty good. So, obviously they're pretty tiny, but there's quite a few of them popping out of the egg. So I assume there's going to be multiple eggs wherever they are on the towers and whatnot. So that obviously you're going to be more actually like ambushed by them. I don't know how big the numbers would be. I would hope it's at least 3 or 4, depending on how easy they are to kill. Because if you can just tap them with like one bullet, I guess, or like even just a simple knife attack, I would hope there's going to be more than just like 2 or 3 at a time. Because I want more like, obviously people refer to the grunts and everything like that as mob, but I want more actual like mobs of AI in Hunt. Like I think it'd be cool to, like there was one time where I actually turned the corner in Hunt. This was years ago, and there was like 5 grunts lined up perfectly, and they were like in sync. It was kind of funny looking, but it'd be cool. Or I guess hordes is what I should say. It'd be cooler if there was like these crazy moments where you had like a horde is out, like 15 grunts all of a sudden out of nowhere, like in a POI or in a building or something. I think that'd be really cool. She is new as well, and I have a theory. Because if you paid attention to her eye's messed up here, like as if she's blind. Obviously she has a giant scar as well.
Come into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. It's the prettiest little parlor.
And I assume this is the Empress.
Indeed despise.
And that's brutal right there. Hold on, I think I just missed it by a frame. So, if you see her eyes are all jacked up. And also, this Empress skin, I'm assuming this is just going to be the Empress or the Web Empress. crazy sick skin for like a spider boss themed skin. But again, her eyes are kind of like as if she's blind. And she's kind of got the same eye, so I wonder if they're actually related. That could be a super crazy stretch. But I find it ironic how she's kind of blind in one eye and she's fully blind. So I wonder if that's like her mom or grandma or some shit. And she was looking for her, and then it's just, you know, she was like fully corrupt and just kills her off rip. And then we get a date of September 24th through December 10th. So it's a little bit shorter than just this past event, which I'm thankful for. But I hope we have more tiers, because there's a lot of fucking skins, like just hunter skins. The thing that bothers me with some skins is they'll show off all these skins in these trailers, but then like half of them are fucking, you have to buy them separately from the battle pass. I wish they would just put everything in the pass and have a longer pass. I'd rather just even pay more for the battle pass and have more tiers and more skins instead of just buying everything separately. I don't want to spend an extra like I don't want to spend $10 on the battle pass and then spend another $20 on fucking skins that aren't in the pass. And this is also a new skin. Isn't this the man, what is it? I don't want to like butcher like culture or anything, but this is like a cultural thing. What with like Spanish culture, right? Kind of like there's that one movie, that cartoon, where they like cross the bridge and everything with the kid going to see his like grandma and play the music or something. I can't remember the thing, but that's why they paint their faces like that, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But we got a theme for that kind of hunter, which is cool. So I know a lot of people get excited when they do different, you know, cultural themed hunters. So, but that's really about it. So we're also going to go ahead and hop into the blog post here. So this has a lot more details. I'm not going to read everything. If you want to, you can pause it and read it, or I'll just have a link down below to this exact thing. But obviously they're going to link the trailer here. New enemies, exciting new tarot card system. By the way, if anybody's triggered, I was calling this tarot cards. I realize now they're tarot cards. But it says game system. Tarot card game system. So I just don't know if they're going to be consumables or not. That's really what I want to know. Scarce weapons and all included. So if we scroll down here, so they actually call them Bileweavers, not spiderlings. Or spiders or whatever. I know I did see ItzCycloneZ's video, just like with his thumbnail calling them spiderlings. So that's where I got that from, but they're Bileweavers. Their ravenous hunger is mirrored in their colossal nests, which evolve from small mounds into tornado-like structures towering above the canopy. Bound by yards of powerful webbing and tear apart buildings, these nests are speckled with bulging eggs and yada yada, a newborn swarm. But yeah, I'm hoping when it talks about webbing that uproots trees and tears apart buildings, again, I'm hoping they'll just randomly be like a nest in the trees, or like random, like maybe more abandoned buildings specifically, or maybe around the towers for like just throughout the map, like the hunter towers. Destructive infestations, blah blah. And then we have the two new Scarce weapons, which is the Wildland and the Homestead 78. I do have a concern, because I was actually just gaming with Hulk and Mando, and they were kind of talking about some of this too before I started recording. We played a few matches, and the Wildland is basically like an extended clip. It's basically just going to be a Centennial with a bigger clip, which is wild because the Centennial already has like 10 bullets. So I don't know, like the Centennial is like arguably one of the best guns. Like the Centennial, in my opinion, can rival Mosin, LaBelle, and all that, especially because of the Dum Dum ammo, which you can still find in game. Obviously, it's harder to find it, but if you can find it, it's ridiculous. And then the Homestead 78 is a longer barreled Caldwell 78. It's just going to be like a better, like, nitro. It's basically just a, I don't know how to put it. Like, obviously it's an extra big Caldwell rival, but it's like a mini nitro that you're probably going to be, obviously it's not going to have range like 78 meters or whatever the nitro one hit, range is with shredder ammo or whatever. But you're going to be able to hip fire from even further, I imagine, with this thing and like one hit kill people. Like, it's going to be dumb if the range is somewhere between like 15 and 20. Like, basically, like, what, the Romero, I think, has the longest distance for one hit kill range out of all the shotguns. If it's basically going to be like a big double barrel with like Romero range, it's probably going to be kind of insane. Or it would blow my mind if it was further. But Destiny Dial, which is similar to they kind of just always give us a machine now that gives you a random trait and just call it something different. And then sealed rewards. So obviously we'll have scars and burn traits, restoration med kit, ammo boxes, and all that good stuff. Essentially at the new POI. I don't think we know what the POI is called, but we'll just call it the nest for now. I don't know what else to call it. And then the tarot cards. I think I said tarot already. But yeah, so the way with Empress, we'll have 12 single-use consumable tarot cards, each with a unique and potent effect based on traditional meaning. These cards can tip the scales of fate, but often come at a dire cost. So obviously there's going to be like a negative effect to a degree to each card. Tarot cards are an additional gameplay system that deepens the game of Hunt Showdown and brings a new layer to the intense tactical battles. So I still don't know if they're going to be like consumables or not, so if you have to have like an empty slot to pick them up, because it sounds like basically you'll be able to pick them up, I guess, from the POI that we're going to have. Or if they're adding kind of like another, I think I said this in a video before, or if they're going to add like another slot somehow to your inventory to have a card there, and then you obviously hit a different sequence of buttons or keys to like activate the card. But basically we get 5 of them. I can't remember, you guys can correct me in the comments if any of these, I think the tower was in the thumbnail. Somebody did mention this one was in the thumbnail for the last teaser that they did with the tarot cards. I think all of these are new. So like, because in the last video there's like the chariot, the sun, and like 1 or 2 other ones. But the Empress grants the Catalyst, Necro, and random rare trait. So I assume that Catalyst is back as a trait, but you have to get it through this card, is how I'm kind of taking that. And then you basically it's going to give you 3 perks. You'll get Catalyst, Necromancer, and just a random trait from using that card altogether. Now I don't know if Catalyst is going to have different effects on different perks, or if it's going to be similar effects to what we just had. I think it would be kind of crazy to just have Catalyst have the same buffs for the same perks 2 events in a row when the events are like within like a week apart from each other. But the world reveals the location of all boss targets. That's kind of whatever to me, because we used to have the master clue to do that. Now it's a card. The Fool copies the last tarot card you used this mission, so I assume obviously you can pick up multiple cards and use them. The Hanged Man allows you to spectate the nearest enemy hunter. The target will be warned afterwards. This sounds insane. I am very interested to see how this is going to work. Like, if you're literally going to spectate them running, like from their eye point of view, like as if you were their teammate for a couple seconds. I wonder if you're going to be able to spectate them and then eventually just kind of like back out of it. Like if you can technically kind of watch them for however long you want and then just exit out. I'm curious on how it's going to warn them that they just got watched. It'd be kind of honestly really cool to see like maybe like a top-down view or a different angle. Like, I think that would be really cool. The tower unleashes massive damage to monsters and targets in a large radius, but sets the user on fire. So I think that's what we saw at the end of the trailer when the one chick burned the card and it kind of everything just went ablaze. I could be wrong though. But it says monsters and targets. Most people just call the bosses like bosses, but they're actually called targets, which is why when Hellborn and Rotjaw were introduced, they're called wild targets. So, players will be able to find tarot cards. Okay, so in Bileweaver nests and at web-covered locations. So, we should be able to find tarot cards in Bileweaver nests at web-covered locations. Earn them through dark tributes or loot them from dead hunters. Okay, so I guess it is just going to be a consumable. That's what I'm kind of getting from that, I believe. Because obviously if you can loot it, I mean, I imagine it would just go straight to your inventory, unless it's... especially if you can get it as a dark tribute as well. Because then it's just going to put it in your inventory, so... Yeah, I imagine it's just a consumable. So you could have like 4 different cards if you want. You could technically have like 8 different cards in your, or not 8, 12, if all, you know, if you're playing trios and all of you guys bring just cards. More information about the tarot card game mechanics will be available soon. The Bileweaver nests at web-covered locations. So I assume that means there are going to be, you'll be able to find these cards throughout the map, because it says just web-covered locations. And obviously, wherever there's webs, there should be nests. So, I mean, we'll kind of have to dive deeper into that when everything comes around. A swarm, blah, blah, crawling out along the web Empress. Great number of fixed improvements to gameplay, UI, and game meta. Curious what their plan is for that, because meta's changed up a little bit, but it's pretty much the same. New Scarce weapons. Okay, and it explains it here, yeah. Long-barreled rival. A modified high-capacity Centennial. Found in dark corners of the bayou and the gulch. Better melee combat. Melee weapon hit detection has received significant improvements for better consistency, and the maximum reach of melee attachments has been increased. So, in regards to this, essentially what I'm hearing is melee is getting a buff. Obviously, they're saying hit detection has received better and significant improvements. I don't know if that means range. Because, well, yeah, maximum reach of melee attachments. So, I don't know if this means, you know, like your talons, or if this also includes, like, you know, your bats and your bomb lance and your other bigger, like, actual weapon, your saber. When it says melee attachments, I imagine it means like your ripostes, your bayonets. What are the ones, like the blunt ones? I think it's like the Centennial and like the Caldwell. They have like a blunt attachment. That's what I'm kind of taking that as. And then a lot more weights in Update 2.5, weapon balancing, trade updates, audio adjustments, UI, lobby rework, streamlining the lobby hub, blah, blah, UI issues, fixes for hunter bots, and yada, yada, yada. So, I think that's about it. I think I covered everything. I try not to rant too much because I want this to be a little bit of a quicker video, but this had some more details. And yeah, I'll have a link down in the description below if you want to read this and dive a little bit more into it. I have a feeling that as soon as I post this, which is the 17th, it's almost midnight actually, so it'll be uploaded to, like, obviously today when you're watching this. I imagine they'll probably post another trailer because they always post like video after video after video leading up to events. So like they drop something new every day. So I'm going to try to keep up with it. And I'm also going to try to keep up with posting some of my older content. It is going to be older content for some of the matches coming up. But I'm going to try to crank out a bunch of gameplay videos for you guys so I can, because I want to share it. And I'm gonna stop ranting and go from there. So appreciate you guys. Please like, subscribe, share this with, you know, anybody that likes hunt content. I am going to possibly stream a little bit here and there as well. Again, we'll see, but I'm gonna try to mainly just start cranking out multiple videos a week for gameplay for you guys. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe, share it. like I already said, if you didn't do it when I said it the first time, do it this time now that I said it again. And most importantly, stay safe in the bayou.